Wednesday morning, we're expecting some rain of our own today.
Yeah, let's check in with KIMT Storm Team 3 meteorologist Sean McAday. We check in with him every 10 minutes. Sean, when can we expect to see that rain?
Yeah, that's going to move in pretty quickly, actually, this afternoon. But at the current moment in time, none of that. This morning, you're clear. This morning, if you need to go for a run, do some, groceries, you got to do some errands. Not to say you can't do that this afternoon, but it's going to look a little bit more like this. Right now, we currently have 2 severe thunderstorm warnings to our west in the western reaches of Minnesota as this scattered mess of showers and storms continues to close in. Today is a big severe weather day for the state of Minnesota. The entire state in a level 2 out of 5 risk for severe weather. It's even higher in the northern reaches of the state, which doesn't often get severe weather outbreaks, but it does look to be one of those days today. Temps right now around 60 degrees, give or take. I mentioned this earlier, but cooler in some of our bluff valleys right now, where we've really been able to release some of that heat overnight. So if you are in maybe Fillmore County, Houston County, or in one of those lower lying areas, maybe a jacket out the door this morning. You're not going to need it for too much longer, though. It's getting warm today, thanks in part to strong winds and also this humidity. Humidity is coming in big. Dew points starting to rise above 60 degrees this afternoon. That's to the point where it starts to feel humid. Combine that with these temperatures in the mid-80s this afternoon, and you have the hottest day this year so far. But hey, this morning, at least, not terrible, not quite as humid yet. It's just getting windier, more humid, more hot this afternoon, and that, of course, is what's going to fuel our afternoon and evening thunderstorms. Notice this adjective, an abbreviation as well, isolated, ISO. Strong, isolated storms. These storms are not going to be what we've been getting used to so far with our stormy days, which is a line of storms piling through west to east. No, instead it's going to be, there's a storm, maybe there's another storm over there. They're popping up like popcorn. But if you're underneath that storm, you're noticing it. For other folks, maybe they only see it in the distance. Even if that storm isn't over your house, it's over somebody's house, and that's what we're expecting. We're at a 2 out of 5 risk, like I mentioned, across the whole viewing area and the whole state of Minnesota. Again, even higher for our neighbors in Duluth. Just keep in mind, I think Twin Cities and north, there's going to be a much greater risk for very, very large hail. You're talking 2-3 inches in diameter. For us, we have that risk as well, but we also have to take into account maybe the potential for tornadoes or strong winds. Let's just take a look at our tornado potential. It's not crazy high, but if one of these storms does get going, I do think there's an opportunity for something messy happening. So we're keeping an eye on that. I'm personally a little bit more concerned about the threat for just real heavy downpours, wind, and hail. Here's a look at the very latest computer model data. 2 o'clock. That's when we're first starting to see our first storms. Before this point, I think things are mostly clear. But after this point, you need to be weather aware and have a way to receive weather alerts. We're seeing one isolated storm starting to take hold. This is a supercell thunderstorm, the internal motion of this storm. That means it's rotating, right? That allows it to loft up hail stones to grow greater in size, and that's also what could churn out a tornado or two. This is around the US 14 corridor in Rochester, 2, 3, 4 o'clock, with a couple more storms soon to follow that through the afternoon and evening hours. Again, this could be multiple waves, multiple isolated storms. It's not going to be one storm that moves in and out for everybody. This is going to be different. So keep that in mind. Thursday, Friday, things improve. Still pretty humid tomorrow, but it's drier on Friday. Friday looks like a fantastic day to get outside, especially considering there's more chances for storms this weekend, especially Sunday. We're going to have to keep an eye on the potential for more severe weather. Guys.
All right. Thanks for that update, Sean.